Have you ever stopped to think about how much of your life is shaped by the fear of what others think? It might seem harmless, but it can be paralyzing. Sadhguru challenges us to look beyond this fear, reminding us that true freedom isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about breaking free from the opinions of others. Here's something surprising. Other people's opinions aren't really about you. They're about them. The promise? A life where you're in control of your peace, without handing your happiness over to people who don't truly understand your journey. So, if you're tired of being trapped by other people's expectations, stick around. There's a way to escape this cycle, and it could transform your life in ways you've never imagined. Sadhguru believes that the key to inner freedom lies in learning how to handle judgment. He explains that most people spend way too much time worrying about what others think, as if it's some kind of measure of self-worth. Think about someone posting a picture on social media, then obsessively checking for likes and comments. Sadhguru emphasizes that your happiness should never depend on external opinions. Instead, he suggests asking yourself this simple question: if I were the only person on earth, what would really matter to me? He goes on to say that building resilience to judgment is like strengthening a muscle. It takes practice and patience. A practical way to start is by noticing how you react to criticism. Do you feel shaken, or can you step back and reflect on it objectively? Sadhguru suggests a powerful exercise. Whenever someone makes a negative comment, ask yourself whether it says more about you or about the person judging. Turning these moments into learning opportunities helps you build a strong foundation of self-confidence. Moreover, Sadhguru points out that true happiness is independent of external circumstances. He compares it to a candle in a dark room. It shines from within, without relying on any outside source of light. Similarly, when you focus on your own goals and values, other people's opinions fade into mere background noise. Speaking of noise, there's another kind of discomfort that affects millions of people, one that goes beyond words or judgment. Sadhguru highlights the growing crisis of drug and alcohol use as a response to the breakdown of traditional belief systems. He explains that in the past, ideas of heaven and hell helped guide behavior and provide a sense of purpose. Today, as those beliefs crumble, many people turn to substances to escape the emptiness within. Think of someone reaching for a drink after a tough day, believing it's the only way to ease their emotional burden. According to Sadhguru, this pattern reflects a deep disconnection from one's true essence. He stresses that using substances to cope with inner discomfort is a warning sign of a broader social dissatisfaction. Instead of addressing the root causes of this emptiness, people choose to numb the symptoms. Sadhguru advocates for a more mindful approach, such as exploring meditation or physical practices that nurture both body and mind. Even something as simple as starting your day with 10 minutes of silence can create space to reconnect with yourself and reduce the urge to escape. Moreover, he warns that this dependence on substances is creating a dangerous cycle for future generations. When today's adults turn to drugs or alcohol, they unknowingly normalize this behavior for younger people. Sadhguru calls on society to rethink its approach. Are we offering healthy alternatives for coping with life's pressures? This brings us to a crucial point: how the human body is a perfectly designed chemical factory that, with proper management, can produce all the happiness we need. Sadhguru describes the human body as an incredible chemical factory, perfectly engineered to generate happiness and well-being. Instead of relying on external stimulants like drugs or alcohol, he suggests we learn to manage this internal factory. Picture someone starting their day with mindful breathing or simple yoga movements. These actions act like fine-tuning the controls of a complex machine, ensuring it operates at its best. He also stresses the importance of being mindful about what we put into our bodies. Eating natural foods and cutting back on processed options can be the first step toward balancing our internal chemistry. For instance, opting for light, fresh meals like fruits or raw vegetables instead of heavy, processed foods can make a significant difference in how you feel throughout the day. Small changes like these can reduce the need for artificial stimulants to feel good. Finally, Sadhguru explains that mastering self-management goes beyond physical wellness. It's about cultivating a life of joy that comes from within. He compares this to an ever-flowing fountain, while chasing external pleasures is like hauling buckets of water from a distant river, exhausting and unsustainable. This perspective opens up a discussion about the societal and generational impacts of our chemical choices. Sadhguru raises a red flag about the effect substance dependence has on future generations. He states that when drug and alcohol use becomes normalized, it sets a dangerous precedent. Imagine children growing up in environments where chemical escape is the go-to solution for stress. This shapes a generation that's less resilient and more reliant on external crutches. Sadhguru asks, are we building a strong foundation or a shaky platform for the future? He observes that the ability to face challenges is declining as more people turn to substances to avoid difficulties. This isn't just an individual issue, but a societal one. Sadhguru suggests that practices like meditation and physical exercise can be powerful alternatives to strengthen both the mind and body. For example, establishing the habit of meditating for just 5 minutes before bed could help create a stronger internal system, preparing younger generations to handle life in healthier ways. More importantly, he emphasizes that the solution lies in reintroducing values of self-awareness and personal responsibility. Creating a culture where children learn to explore their emotions instead of suppressing them could be a game changer. Sadhguru ties this to the idea that blessed self-management isn't just about individual happiness, it's about fostering a society that thrives. This naturally leads us to another essential skill: resilience in the face of the world's pressures and criticism. Sadhguru believes that resilience isn't just a skill, but a way of being that helps us face adversity without losing ourselves. He compares resilience to the roots of a tree. While the branches may sway during a storm, the roots remain firmly grounded. In practice, he suggests starting by observing how we react to criticism. Do we get defensive, or can we use it as fuel for growth? A simple exercise is to write down the criticisms we've received and sort out what's genuinely helpful while discarding what isn't. He also emphasizes that resilience doesn't mean ignoring what others say, but choosing how it affects us. For example, think of someone at work receiving tough feedback. Instead of taking it as a personal failure, resilience allows them to view it as an opportunity to improve. Sadhguru suggests practicing gratitude even during hard times, a mindset shift that trains the brain to see challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Finally, he reinforces that resilience is a habit that can be cultivated over time. Just as a tree grows stronger with deep roots, our minds become more robust when we consciously and strategically expose ourselves to discomfort. Resilience prepares us not only to handle criticism, but also to navigate the inner conflicts that often arise in our quest for inner freedom. Now that you understand the path to freeing yourself from the fear of judgment, how about taking the first step? Pause for a moment and ask yourself, who's really in control of your happiness? Remember, change begins with small actions like choosing not to react to criticism or valuing your own opinions more. Are you ready to take charge of your life and build an inner peace no one can take away? Drop a comment below about what you find most challenging or what your first step will be to overcome this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue this journey of learning with us. This is just the beginning, and there's so much more to explore.